Hello, in this video I will show you how to run and use the application that you can find in the description below. So after you clone or download the files from the GitHub repository, the first thing to do is to go to the .env_sample file and edit it with any text editor you have. Here you should change this here with your application client ID and this here with your application client secret. After this, save the file and close it and rename the file to .env without the underscore. So yes, the next thing to do is open the terminal or the command prompt in the current folder and type in, assuming that you already have Node.js installed on your computer, type in npm install. This will install all the packages required for this application. It can take some time. So after this is ready, your application should be ready to use. The next thing to do is just to type node start.js and this will start the program. Here's this console output that is server listening on port 3000. This means that the application is running normally. Then you should go to any web browser and type in localhost 3000 and here you found the application running. If you are landed at this page, then the authentication was already successful. Now here you can find all your buckets and you can click on a bucket and here are the objects that are in this bucket. It is possible that you don't have anything and it will be empty for you if you don't have any buckets or objects. You can choose an object and then you can view it in the viewer with clicking the view button. Now we will go to make something else. We will create a new bucket and we will upload a file to the bucket and then view it in the viewer. So we will create a new bucket, let's say tutorial bucket, and click create bucket. Now we see we have two buckets, samples bucket, we had this already before, and the new one, tutorial bucket. We can choose this tutorial bucket and then we can upload a file to this bucket. We can choose a file. In this case I will choose an IFC file so I can show you the other functionalities of the program. So IFC tutorial model IFC, and then I click submit. After clicking submit, it will be uploaded and then automatically translated so that it can be viewed in the Forge viewer. Submit, it can take some time. Now the file is being uploaded and here now the translation is in progress. In the meantime, this runs in the background, so in the meantime we'll go to home. Now we can choose the new bucket and here is the object that we just uploaded. Clicking on it and then click on view, the viewer will be automatically opened with a new model. Here are the custom functionalities of the viewer. We can click on properties. This is more or less like the default properties, but when I click on an item, there are all of the properties of this item, and clicking on a certain property, all of the elements in this project with the same property will be covered in the cover that is defined here. So in this case, all of the outer walls are colored red. We can also change the color and choose another object, for example this one, default floor for material, and all of the slabs will be colored in green. Okay, so that's the first functionality. The second one will be we can also here clear all of the colors. So the next functionality will be to cover certain elements, certain categories of elements with a predefined XML schema. So clicking on this item will automatically cover some elements that were predefined in the XML file. Clicking on it and we can see that different files. So we have the outer walls. On the second floor we have the inner walls, we have the slabs, we have the columns in different colors. And here in the result panel under quantity we can see how much of each element was found. You can find the XML file in the main folder under the XML folder, and there is the properties.xml. You can edit it with any text editor you have, and inside you will see the structure for searching and categorizing the elements. So for example, we have the first one. This is the outer walls at the second floor. We named it as structure wall second floor with properties IFC export as IFC wall type standard. And the load bearing is 1, so it is load bearing, and layer is at level 2, so it is the second floor. And the color is, in this case, it is always in RGB. So in this case we have a red color because we have for red 1 and for green and blue 0. And in the same way are described also the other elements that we covered in the viewer. So so you can change and test it with different properties. So back to the viewer. Okay, so now there are two different things we can solve. By selecting one element, we have all of the properties that are available to the viewer. We can change this with this IFCO button, change property set. So now clicking on it, we have only the IFC properties of this element. Another useful thing is that this 1O, this is the change selection type. Now when we click this, now it is in 1. By choosing the door, we choose only the door without the handle and the outer case. Clicking again on it and selecting it, we choose the whole door. So this is very important for the properties as well. I hope you like this video, and I also hope it is helpful for you.